So my business is centered around going to other shops and diagnosing for them. We're at a body shop. This 2021 cx-30 just got some work done, and afterwards it has a slew of lights on the dashboard. So let's get plugged in and figure out what's going on here. Now this happened directly after they put on a brace for a rear differential, and just for reference, here's all of our warning lights that are on. We'll get the launch hooked up here, and we'll do a little health report and see what's going on. Yeah, I know. Stop yelling at me. In the last video, someone asked me to clean my screen on the scan tool, which I did just for you. So let's scan in here. Let's see what's going on. I tried full auto detect and it didn't work, so I just bounced into Mazda here. And let's try automatically search while we're in Mazda itself. Well, all right. Log in. Log in. No network. All right, we're going to ignore you for now. Can we ignore you? A lot of times I can ignore this, but it looks like on this... Oh! I think I ignored it. There we go. No! All right, let me get on the Wi-Fi here. All right, let me run inside and go get the network password from the shop owner. All right, we are logged on to the Wi-Fi here. Doing a health report. Let's see what this pulls up. Remember when you didn't have to log on to Wi-Fi to connect to a car? This, like, I've been here about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, just getting connected to this car. So anyway, we have BCM, left position, right position, circuit short to ground or open. In the BCM, those are past codes, not too worried about that. Left rear wheel speed sensor is current. Invalid data from ABS. VCM forward locking. Forward sensing camera. Oh, that's this guy up here. You know what? They're going to have some other issues here. Invalid data. I'm going to ignore these even though they're current right now. I don't know how far into this job they are, but I am going to figure out what's going on with this left rear wheel speed sensor. Now, part of the reason they brought me in was because they wanted me to be able to let them know if this was a workmanship problem or if it was just related to the programming. So let's see what we find. It's probably going to be a workmanship thing. Let's start this channel off on the right foot here, since this is my second real video. Wheel chocks, jack, and of course a jack stand. So let me roll under here. I'm gonna see if there's anything I can visually see first. Oh, probably should have brought my freaking flashlight with me. All right, speed sensor. Here's the speed sensor. Goes into this harness and it travels upward. Trying to see if I can see any damage or disconnection here. You know, the way that the wiring goes, right, goes here to the speed sensor. If I could show you, that doesn't look damaged. And it goes up here. So I'm guessing the braces they put in was like this. I can't really see them screwing up wiring or pinching anything. I don't know if they disconnected that. Let me keep looking around here. See if there's anything that I can see that would affect it. Even now, the other side even goes straight up there. Even up here, I reached up and the sensor goes into the trunk. So, I mean, the code's current, but maybe it's not an actual circuit malfunction. Let me get my flashlight and take a look at the tone ring. Maybe it came up after it was moved. Because, let's see. I think he said he did put a diff in it. I can't remember. But maybe when these axles got removed. Let me get my flashlight. Okay, I was looking at the tone ring, the position of the speed sensor. I don't see any visual damage, so I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna clear codes and look at wheel speed back here. Let's clear the fault memory inside of the DSC here, and let's see if anything pops back up immediately so we know if it's a circuit code or not. And nothing popped up immediately, so I'm gonna go to my data stream. I probably can't move this wheel too quickly, but we're gonna see. If this was an all-wheel drive, I could pretty much swing it how much I wanted to. I always pull up both rears. I do find sometimes aftermarket scan tools will show the wrong speed. So, all right, we're gonna leave this here graphing. We're gonna come out here with this armor-all tire. Let's see if it read anything backwards. No. Okay, let's try forwards. I'm gonna put you down because this is gonna be hard to do. Let's see. Okay, nothing. I would assume I'd get a half a mile an hour out of that, unless it starts reading at like 3, which I'm not sure I created 3 miles an hour there. All right, I'm gonna do a full clear of the health report here, see if any of these codes pop back up. No. And we have a wrench light and a radar light, but that's it. Here, let's go key off. And start her back up. See if we got any warning lights. Okay, wrench is just service past due. And seatbelt, that appears to be it. I really don't have anything popping up here. I'm almost wondering if he disconnected that sensor and this just held onto the code even after a test drive. I'm gonna have to drive this thing. All right, let's pull up our wheel speeds here. Let's graph them. And let's go drive in the parking lot here. I'm gonna hold you on the wheel speeds. Oh, let go. And I'm gonna see if you can watch them if I don't move around too much with the camera here. Pull out nice and easy. Okay, left rear is not reading anything. What I'm hoping I could do, oh nice, not a lot of stuff in here, is I'm gonna go into the trunk. I'm gonna see if I can find my wheel speed sensors up here. Let me try to judge where they are actually. Oh, back here. All right, and I'm gonna see if I could get into the trunk panels and take the signal from this wheel speed sensor and then bridge it over to this one to know if it's a problem with the sensor itself. I gotta try to get this paneling down in the least, oh, okay, not bad. A little push clip I gotta get off. This side should be the same, perfect. And yeah, I got this little push clip off here. I had to take off a bit more than I expected, but that's fine. You can see down here, this is the connector I need to jump to. And this is the connector down there I need to jump from. So I'm gonna steal the speed signal from the right rear and I'm gonna send it to the wires that go to the ABS unit over on this. So the left is gonna be eliminated and the right will then be giving the left the signal, which means I won't see anything on the right either. Now let me jump those. I just had a moment of non-stupidity. I was about to unplug it and I said, oh, you know what? This thing automatically goes into park brake mode. So that would be locked up if I didn't unplug this. So I gotta leave the key on while I disconnect these so that it can't actuate the brake. So now my brakes are unlocked. Let's see if I can get this connector out. Okay. And undone. Perfect. So now this brake will not actuate when I unlock the brakes, and Or when I turn the key off, I should say. There we go. So, okay, this is where I'm gonna go to. So let me look at this, figure out where my small pins are. Small pins are on the bottom, connector on the top, connector here. So those are the two I'm gonna jump the small pins to from right here. I'm gonna use some wire and some leads to do that. Off, well, and now I can turn the key off while I do that. All right, what I'm doing here is very simple. 2 leads on a wire. Here's the other end of the multimeter wire. Here's the other 2 leads. All right, I'm gonna go to this side first. Pull my connector that goes to the harness. I know you really can't see this. And I'm gonna go black to white and yellow to brown. And then on the other side here, this one I gotta dig deep into a little bit. She is down here. Where's my smaller wires? Smaller wires at the top here. So we're gonna go yellow. Oh shoot. Hold on. Sorry, I went to what would have been white and black from that speed sensor to the harness, and I went from the white and black on this speed sensor over to here with black co-assigning to black, white co-assigning to white. So let's throw this into the trunk. And we're gonna have to go give her a little ride. All right, remember, we're gonna have a bunch of codes because I have all that stuff in the back unplugged, especially the brake. That's gonna throw a ton. What I'm worried about here though, why is right rear reading 158? I have those wires backwards. I must have those wires backwards. Let me switch those. Actually, you know what I just thought of? Maybe that's just what it reads when it's fully unplugged. So let's drive. Let's look at our left rear, which is what we're really concerned about, picking up our signal from the right rear now. Bingo! All right, so what we did there is by stealing the signal from the right rear wheel speed sensor, which was known good, and bypassing the rest of the harness and just going to the body harness that would go from the left wheel speed sensor, we've eliminated anything else as an issue except for the speed sensor itself, and we know that that speed sensor itself can be replaced since it's lined up with the tone ring perfectly, and the tone ring just isn't reading back there. So yeah, I'm gonna tell them to get a left rear speed sensor for this thing. Then they could go through, see if there's any other codes, but they got to handle that first, and that's a diag.